In a vast and untouched forest known as Everbloom Grove, where trees whispered secrets of old and streams sang lullabies, lived a young and vibrant bird named Lyra. She was no ordinary bird. Her feathers shimmered with a soft golden hue, and her song could calm even the most restless of winds. Lyra was admired throughout the grove, not only for her beauty, but for her kindness and curiosity. She often helped smaller birds build their nests and shared berries with hungry squirrels. But despite being surrounded by friends, she often felt a strange emptiness, a longing she couldn't explain. Each evening, she would perch on the highest branch of the singing tree, looking toward the far edge of the forest where no birds dared to fly. Something in that distant unknown called to her heart. One fateful afternoon, the sky turned gray. The winds roared through the leaves, and dark clouds rolled in like wild stallions. A violent storm erupted, shaking the entire forest. Birds hurried to their nests, hiding under thick canopies. But Lyra, curious and bold, had flown far from home earlier that day, exploring new valleys and humming to herself. She didn't notice the sky darkening. By the time she realized the danger, it was too late. Lightning cracked through the sky like shattered glass. The wind spun her like a fallen leaf, slamming her against the branches. Disoriented and terrified, she sought shelter, but every tree was too far, and every gust knocked her further away. Then, in a blinding flash, she was thrown into a thorn bush. Her wings were scratched, her feathers torn, and her strength fading. Rain poured over her as she lay trembling, unable to move. Just when hope was fading, a shadow darted across the sky. A strong, swift sparrow named Rain, known for his speed and bravery, had seen her fall while flying back to his nest. Without hesitation, he dove through the storm, dodging lightning bolts and twisted branches. Landing beside the wounded Lyra, he gently nudged her. "Don't move," he said softly. "I've got you." Using his body to shield her from the rain, he carefully pulled her free from the thorns, one by one. Despite the storm, he managed to lift her and guide her to a hollow in the old cedar tree, a hidden spot he used as shelter during harsh weather. There, in that tiny hollow, as the storm howled outside, Lyra looked into Rain's eyes for the first time. They were deep brown, warm like melted chocolate, filled with worry and strength. "You saved me," she whispered, her voice weak. Rain gave a small smile.
"How?"
"You don't leave someone behind when they need you." For days after the storm, Lyra stayed in Rain's nest. Her wings were too sore to fly, and her wounds needed time to heal. Rain brought her berries, fed her honeydew, told her stories of the skies beyond the forest. At first, she was shy, speaking little and hiding her pain. But Rain's patience and quiet humor melted her fear. They talked about everything: dreams, fears, the stars, and the songs of birds long gone. Lyra had never laughed so freely. She had never felt so ... seen. One night, under a clear sky filled with stars, Rain said, "There's a kind of peace in flying alone. But there's a different kind of joy in flying beside someone who understands your rhythm." Lyra looked at him, heart fluttering. For the first time, that emptiness inside her began to feel full. Their connection deepened with every sunrise. They'd meet at dawn, to fly low over the meadows, racing the light, or perch in silence as the sun dipped behind the hills. Sometimes they'd just sit quietly, wings brushing slightly, listening to the forest breathe. Lyra taught Rain how to sing soft lullabies. Rain showed her how to glide with the wind like a leaf in motion. Together, they created their own melody or rhythm, only they could follow. One evening, as fireflies lit the woods in a golden dance, Rain gently held Lyra's wing in his. "I never believed in fate," he said, "but maybe some storms bring you what you didn't know you were missing." Lyra leaned closer. "Maybe they blow you into the arms of someone you were always meant to find." Their wings touched, their beaks gently brushed hand in that moment, their hearts sang together.